Hello and welcome to the Natural Health Network. Today I am with Karindy.
Hi.
And her business is MyoHacker, Myofunctional Therapy. And if you don't know what that means, like I didn't, just wait and see. I'm so excited to be with her. She is a wealth of knowledge, and I'll let you kind of introduce yourself and what you do.
Yeah, so I am a speech language pathologist, and I work with infants all the way through adults. I do feeding therapy. That basically means if someone needs help with swallowing or with tolerating different types of foods, with moving the tongue in the mouth, I work with them on that in the younger ages. And then once we get to about 4 or 5, I target myofunctional therapy. What that is it's using the tongue and the teeth and the mouth in such a way to help us grow and support our airway for really the optimal growth and development that we need for having great sleep patterns, for being able to think. It helps prevent a lot of things in the future and really is a wonderful resource, especially when we're younger. I also work with adults who have TMJ issues or might need help with some pain that they have from suboptimal lingual or mouth movements.
Okay, and so what is your background, education? Why'd you get into this?
So that's a great question. My background is working in the hospitals as a medical speech language pathologist, but my training and the reason that I really got into this specialty is for my own kids. As is often the story, I had children with tongue ties and they had recurrent ear infections, and I was doing everything that the doctors were telling me to do. I wasn't seeing the outcomes change. We just had to put in ear tubes and do all this stuff. It ended up being that really they needed help with that tongue mobility to get the eustachian tubes to open. So that took me down that rabbit hole that goes into all these spaces. That was really fun.
And you just want answers and you can't find them, so you found them yourself.
Yeah, you have to do all the research and you make amazing connections and find really cool providers. I will say body work is huge, guys. If you follow me, you'll see I love body work, referring to amazing chiropractors and therapists that can help with that because we need the fascia moving to get fluids moving and to get really that cohesive organization of the body. But there I go on one of those tangents.
All right, I love it. I'm here for it all day.
Cool.
So what is your ideal client? You kind of said kids, but it kind of runs the gamut a little bit.
I would say, so my ideal client is going to be someone who is open to trying something unexpected. Whether that's a baby or that's an adult, it's going to be someone who goes, okay, I think I have a picture in my mind of what therapy is going to look like, but maybe it's going to be a little different. Like this weekend, saw some babies that came down from Dallas because they needed some care because they'd been up there and they had followed what they expected and they had done what they thought they should, and they were just open. They were like, babies aren't having the outcome that we needed. They're not feeding, they're not gaining weight. Can you help? And so they came down and we tried different things, and I'm not saying we're not doing anything crazy, but the mom was open. Baby was also in a really great place to be able to learn these new things. And so that's what I'm looking for, is someone that is going to be open to a playful approach. I'm going to be playful with kids and adults because we have to have fun. We have to laugh. And really, I want us to get things done. And I'm going to be looking for a lot of things on the exterior and the periphery to see how everything comes together to build a picture of connection. So I want people that are probably questioning the system, a little bit more on the crunchy side of things, and really, truly love their kids or their loved ones that they're bringing to me.
Mm-hmm. And they need answers that they haven't gotten before.
I often am someone that's like a last resort. Like they've seen a lot of providers and they haven't gotten answers, and then they come and see me, and I might not recommend that they continue doing therapy. I might refer them to someone else, but I'm usually pretty good at finding an answer for them.
Let me tell you, just in the short time that we have known each other, she's said, do you know this person and this person, this person? And in my head, I had a pretty good network of providers for things that my family and I need, but now I have an even bigger one. Yay. And so just for that, Karindy offers so much value. So,
and I will say, in this area, guys, we have a lot of great resources. So it's amazing.
Yes. And then, so what is one of your favorite success stories with one of your patients?
I mean, right now, I would just say I'm thinking of, these babies that came this weekend, and there were 2 different cases, but specifically one of them, the mom had been told by a provider up in Dallas that she likely would need a feeding tube and that she needed to not consider breastfeeding, and that really things were just offline and maybe they needed to go see a neurologist. Mom was pretty heartbroken. She came down just kind of like, we're just gonna let's see what we can do before we do a feeding tube. And there are times, guys, when a feeding tube is needed. I see patients with feeding tubes and all kinds of tubes, okay? They are a great medical resource. However, in this case, it actually isn't what we needed. She needed intensive body work, so we got her connected. She needed an IBCLC to help her from the dyad perspective, and she needed oral training. We needed to get the tongue moving. She had had a tongue tie release that did not go well. She had really excessive scar tissue, and honestly, once we got things moving, we really got her aware of her palate and her oral boundaries. That baby, I mean, she came down Tuesday, and then by Wednesday morning, I was like, things are starting to move. Thursday morning, she had started to fill out. Like, it was just so sweet to see her skin filling out. And to see mom was like, I got some sleep last night, like truly slept. And the mental health change that occurs with that when we sleep, as we know, it makes a huge difference. That, like, they left Friday, and she sent me a video yesterday. She's starting, like, the milestones that she's achieving now just because of that nutrition, that hydration, the energy that she's not having to conserve. She's actually able to grow. It was just so beautiful to hear, like, the family, the connection that they have now. That's just a beautiful example of stories that happen.
Why did I not know you 7 years ago when my baby was a baby?
No, 7 years ago, I wounouldn't have been me.
Right. Well, okay.
I wouldn't have had this skill set. So
okay.
I will say I had to walk my own journey to learn it.
I love it. And that's what I love about my job, is being able to connect there. So now, starting this Monday and beyond, I'm sure people will find this video later, but you will be able to connect with Karindy on the Natural Health Network, so naturalhealthnetwork.org. All we ask for is your email address to be able to access the directory of vetted natural health resources, practitioners of all kinds, products, services with that more natural lifestyle in mind. And we don't spam you, we don't sell your information. All we do is ask that you provide that so that we can send you our monthly newsletter with healthy recipes and all kinds of different resources that you can find over there. And all of your information, your contact information will be there, and they can find your website and connect with you. So if this is the right fit for you and your child or yourself is struggling with any oral issues, then Karindy is your girl. Thanks so much for being here, and we look forward to serving you.